you don't have to get ready with locks. You stay ready with locks, okay? That is probably the best part of it. Like, I can wake up in the morning and I can do whatever. Like, there's no prepping, there's no night before shenanigans, and then your hair still ends up looking like crap when you take out your twist out. Like, no, there's none of that. There is like a consistent, like, hair on fleek all the time. My name is Summer. I do life and lock videos. If you're interested in that content, please stay tuned and definitely subscribe.
So,
honestly, I do mostly locks. It's been all about locks. But lifestyle is coming, okay? Lifestyle is coming. So glad that you guys decided to join me today on this video. I'm gonna be talking about loose natural versus lock natural, and I don't actually want to say versus because I just feel like it's not one against the other. They are both beautiful journeys. They require different levels of commitment, different levels of time, but it's not one versus the other. They're both different, but they both deserve to be celebrated and embraced. So here goes. Loose natural hair served me. For the time that I was loose natural, which was over 10 years, I really felt like that hairstyle fit my lifestyle, it fit my personality, it helped me to embrace my own true self, gave me confidence that I never knew I had, and all around it was just a really positive experience. I cannot complain at all about the overall experience. Now, there were specific things that were challenging about the experience. There were specific things that were like, am I sure I want to do this? But when I look back at the overall journey, I'm so glad that I did it. It was worth the blood, sweat, and tears. Sometimes more tears than blood and sweat, but it was worth it all. When I first decided to go natural, I did what everybody does. I did the big chop. And I remember that day, like, going into the barbershop and they were all looking at me like, are you sure you want to do this? I remember the barber actually telling me,
hey, does your mom know that you're doing this? Because I don't think this is something that you really want to do.
And at that point, no, my mom didn't know that I was gonna chop off all my hair and have a TWA, but I felt like I was ready. And I said, you know what, I'm not ready, but I feel like the only way that I'm gonna know if this is for me is to just do it. So I was like,
stop talking to me and just cut my hair. Just cut it off.
So that happened. And honestly, that day, I would never forget it. That day I came home, I felt good, but I went to sleep and woke up and I looked in the mirror and cried. I was so floored. Like,
what did I do?
What did I just do to my hair?
I mean, prior to having natural hair, I had a perm. Every time I would comb my hair, I just kept on seeing just pieces of hair in the sink, on the floor. I mean, duh, that was breakage. But I just didn't like that. I just didn't like that every time I combed my hair, I would have to sweep, or I would have to wipe off the sink or wipe down the sink. I just didn't like that I was just seeing so much hair falling. So that really was what tipped me over to the other end. Like, I have to stop perming my hair. It still looks good. My hair still looked good. It didn't look like it was thinning or didn't look like it was breaking, but I just knew that there would come a time where all my hair would probably be on the floor because it was happening on a daily basis. Sometimes I would just keep my hair wrapped just so I wouldn't have to comb it because I didn't want to see the hair just falling. Like, this perm is probably not the best for me, and that's something that I want to continue doing. So yeah, I went natural. And yeah, I cried. So after my crying spell, I called up one of my girlfriends that were natural. But I didn't know the difference between our textures. I just knew that, hey, she was natural. She was the only person that I knew that was natural at the time. So I called her up and was like, hey, what do you use? What do you do? I'm so lost. I just cut off my hair and I feel like I'm a boy. I don't have anything to hide behind. My face is just in my face. And I don't know how to navigate this whole natural hair life. And she's like, calm down, just get you some Eco Styler and you'll be fine. And she taught me how to do like a wash and go in the shower. And yeah, it worked out for a little while, that wash and go look. You know, curls were popping, as they say, and I started to feel a little bit more confident in the fact that, hey, my hair, this is my hair. This is all my hair. This is the hair that God gave me. And I can walk confidently because everything that's on my head is mine and it's in its most natural state. Natural hair kind of ushered me into being my authentic self and being unapologetic about it. And for that, I'm forever grateful for having natural hair because I felt like it gave me a voice. It gave me back my voice. Now, there are certain things that I feel like I'm still kind of reserved about, but when it comes to being myself and showing up as me, I can honestly say that natural hair helped me do that to another level. So I'm forever grateful for my loose natural hair just because of that. That specific year that I went loose natural, I was kicking off my career journey. I was, as I said, very single. I was finally having like consistent cash flow and I was just taking on the world with such optimism and such positivity and just embracing myself and this new role I was in as an adult, as a young adult. And for that reason, I mean, girl, I was having fun. I was experimenting with the products. I was trying different styles. I mean, there's not too much that you could do with a TWA, but honey, I was slicking this side back and having this side curly, and I would do little corn braids or little twist outs. I mean, I was still doing it all, even with like 2 inches of hair, okay? And eventually I developed such a confidence that I look back at my pictures and I cringe, but I know, like, by the smile in those pictures that you couldn't tell me nothing, okay? I like ran with this natural hair movement and nobody couldn't tell me anything. So I thoroughly enjoyed just this. I loved it. I found myself just, yeah. With natural hair, I finally felt like I had the freedom to color. And that was something that I was always afraid to do because I had a relaxer. I was afraid to add highlights. I was afraid to dye. I was afraid because I thought that having too many chemicals on my hair would just automatically cause more breakage. My hair would fall out, basically. I thought my hair would just completely fall out because of the added chemicals. So when I went loose natural, honey, I was like, bring on the dye, okay? Bring it on, all the colors. I wanted to do it all because I felt like, oh, my natural hair can take it. And so I had fun with color and I still have fun with color. So that's something that I've kind of taken over into my locked natural life is color and having fun with color and playing with color. I've learned how to do so more responsibly now, and really pay attention to the moisture level in my hair to be able to navigate when is a good time and when it's not. and how much is too much. So my loose natural hair really set the foundation for me to play with color, but responsibly. The thing about loose natural hair was that I always felt like I was on a hunt for the new and best thing, like the new and best product that would give me a great twist out or a lasting twist out, the new or best product that would provide me week-long moisture, the best wash and go product. So I always felt like I was on a hunt. And like it was almost a moving target, this hunt for products. And I just decided that I didn't want to do this anymore. I didn't want to continue to spend. I didn't want to continue to
hoard products.
I didn't want to continue to deal with the junk I was accumulating. So I finally found like specific products that worked for me, or products that I tweaked to make work for me, and that meant mixing what I had already had with other things, because at one point I was on a no buy for a year, and that made me very creative with my products and what I could do, because I was not gonna buy anything for a year. And because of that, I ended up finding the things that worked for me. And the key to finding what works for you is actually giving it time to work for you and not necessarily just jumping to the next thing. After I finally found products that worked for me, I started to feel like I wanted to see more length, more growth. Natural hair tends to grow out and not down. So I wanted to start seeing more growth. So I began another hunt for not necessarily products that would make my hair grow, but techniques that would promote hair growth. So for me, I jumped on the protective styling wagon.
And honey, you couldn't get me off.
I did every protective style under the sun. And I honestly saw so much growth with my hair from just protective styling. I did 1.5 years of protective styling. And at that point, I was at bra strap length. And I was able to hit bra strap length. For me, that was long. I was able to hit that twice in my journey, because I did play with cuts. I had a tapered cut, I had a bob. I was not afraid to cut my hair. After I did that TWA, I was never afraid to cut my hair. Like, cutting my hair was never a fear that I had. So, oh, it's getting too, it's hurting, it's itching my neck, cut. Like, I was not, yeah. That TWA gave me so much confidence to be able to cut and not even worry about it or not be phased. So then I was like, oh, I do want to grow. I just want to see how long I can get my hair. And honestly, protective styling definitely did that for me. But then I realized that I was becoming so dependent on protective styling that after I took my hair down, I would never know what to do with it. So now having locked hair, girl, I wish I had done this a lot sooner, like a lot sooner. But as I said, I'm grateful for my lock journey, my loose natural journey. I'm so grateful for it, because I think it prepared me for this journey. And the fact that I don't have to worry about products, or I don't have to worry about, like, what am I gonna do with my hair for this event or this vacation? I mean, all you need is a good oil, a spray bottle, and a good shampoo. 3 products, and then you're done. Like, who is this? Okay, former product junkie, now having 3 products. Who is this? Locs did this to me. I was a previous product junkie. I've used a lot of oils and a lot of different things to moisturize my hair, but this one speaks volumes. I have a discount code. Maybe I'll put it right here or right here. I want you guys to try this. try this oil. It just depends on your lifestyle. You know, I just don't have the time now to do the arm workout or do the wash days or invest the money I was throwing at these products and the extensions and everything. I just don't have that now. Like, that's not, or rather, it's not a priority right now. My life is more involved, and because of that, my hair just cannot be at the forefront anymore, and that's okay. Really, inspect your life and figure out what your values are, what's important to you, and see if Locs can add to your lifestyle, not stress you out, if it could add benefit, if it can serve you. And maybe whatever you have going on, your loose natural hair is serving you. It's, you know, doing all the things that you want it to do, and you know, you finally found your groove, your products, your go-tos, your styling preferences. Like maybe you've just gotten into the groove of it all, and that's fine. Loc natural, loose natural, honey, whatever it is, my advice is just to keep it natural. There's no better or better than, yeah, it's not about that. They're different journeys. They pull different things out of you. I feel like Locs for me allowed me to release some control. And that was a big thing that I had with my hair. Like, it had to look like this. I had to be like this. And it's like, especially during that first starter lock year, your Locs are not gonna do nothing that you want them to do, okay? They are on their own schedule. They're on their own time. And you just have to submit to that process and release that control. And yeah, each journey teaches you so many different things. So whatever it is, loose natural or Loc natural, be ready to learn, to grow, to change, and mostly embrace your beauty, your natural God-given beauty. This was a long one. I probably might cut a lot of things out, but thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.